Hey Rebels. All right, so we are back at it again, and now it seems that we are looking at some esteem, self esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefits me and others. Next, we have emotional loss. Okay, sorrow and regret. At the end of this difficult journey lies something beneficial. Despite the sadness and difficulties, this experience is a blessing. Yes, we are. Going through the grieving process leads to inner strength and power. Going through the grievance process leads to inner strength and power. Then we have expression. All right. Communication message. Pay extra attention to how you convey your thoughts or desires to others. Be clear, direct, and timely in your communication in order to improve your current circumstances. So this thing, somebody needs a confidence boost, or maybe somebody's just asking for clarity, a little validation, a little no, those aren't the words I'm looking for. I'm not looking for clarity or validation, because the energy that I'm feeling, your mind is already made up. And as far as clarity, whatever you haven't hasn't been told to you or shown to you, you know, in divine time it will happen if it's meant to be. But also that if it's even necessary for you to know, that it will naturally come to you versus you having to seek it. You know, like they say, be careful for what you look for. You just might find something worse. Um, so we're not looking for clarity. We're not looking for validation. Confirmation. I mean, hey, let's get it. So let's just get a couple um, of these cards just so I can get a clearer understanding about the mindset. All right, we have vow. All right, 3 month goal. Imagination. I know we're going off screen a little bit, but that's fine. And Spirit wants you to look at your blessings. And here on earth, you are dealing with masking. So Spirit wants you to focus on your blessings, your well-being, what fulfills you, what brings joy to your space. Because for you, you vowed to achieve whatever the goal on the other side of this communication is. And this communication seems to be a necessary stepping stone to get to where you need. So you can proceed forward with what your goals are, but you're going to find yourself constantly being interrupted by whatever this sorrow or regret, this conversation is, this thing that you need to have the esteem to be able to have this conversation, this sit down. And it's constantly playing out in your imagination. So it's like you're going back and forth. You're tethering between, all right, I'm gonna work and focus on what I need to focus on. But then you're tethering back to, okay, but this situation is still here. Should I say something now? And what let me see. Is this the card that said it? It says, pay extra attention to how you convey your thoughts or your desires to others. Be clear, direct, and timely in your communication in order to improve your current situation. So there is a timeline on all this. Some will call it a deadline, but I don't feel that it's a deadline. It's more so the more you go back and forth with this, the more you're going to see yourself being unstable. Though you may be dealing with the not having clear understanding of how someone else is going to take what it is that you're bringing to them, and they may already know about the situation. You're just more so concerned about, will they be accepting? Here's a secret. It doesn't matter if they're going to be accepting, because The truth is the truth. Your truth is the truth. Even if later on in life you look back and you're like, you know what, I could have dealt with that different. Yes, but right now you're dealing with things at the level that you are at. And the maturity comes along with those points of transition. So I'm not telling you go be ignorant, but what I am saying is time is of a matter. We do speak about divine timing a lot, and it's inevitable, right? And even this is divine timing, that you figure out who it is that you are, who it is that you will be, who it is that you're going to be for this in this situation, while you're letting it go or moving forward. Regardless, it's going to feel like a natural disaster to somebody. It's going to be frustrating, but this is ultimately about your capability of being able to survive, to be able to proceed forward with your life's work, your dreams. Now, no, your work is not more important than someone else's, but seeing the fact that your work and your vision is your responsibility. Can't nobody else do this but you. Can't nobody else fulfill this. So it's like, are we going to continue to play house and act like things haven't got as serious as they have, and that you're not dealing with kiddie things anymore? You are actually in a place where, yes, you're using your imagination to be able to build the blueprint and the foundation of your goal. And so you're not just clumsy and willy-nilly just jumping into things, but more so you're not playing house anymore. This is your reality. This is your life we're talking about. And if you don't speak up and you don't convey, not just towards others but to yourself, what your intentions, no matter of fact, you don't need to let other people know what your intentions are, depending on what this opening to the horizons is. You need to convey to yourself what is your intentions, and to whomever or whomsoever it is that you are having to have this engagement with. You need to be very clear, and boundaries is massively important. Okay, well, don't touch that yet. Touch this. What more can we share about this? Because I almost feel like I was talking around in circles. I do feel like there's like a unnecessary feeling of nervousness. You already know, like, where you going. This is just a threshold that you need to deal with before it creeps back up on you. And it says Ballroom of Echoes. Ew, spooky. Ballroom of Echoes. And divine alignment. Okay. Ballroom of Echoes and divine alignment. So you've been doing this dance around whatever the situation, scenario, or persons are. You've been doing this dance back and forth once again in your mental. The divine is saying, you already know. You already know what needs to be done. You already know it's just about getting the right words. It seems to be. Now, are these words going to be vocalized? Are you going to write them down? Can you put it in a song? Do you need to be more serious about it? Or is this a situation of your words need to match your actions and let your actions speak for themselves? So let's pull a couple of tarot, and I love this deck so much that I'm pretty sure that I will get some deeper in-depth messages to help you in your processing forward. Yeah, I see where this is going. So let's go ahead and make a couple of rearrangements, because honey, Even though I feel like this unnecessary nervousness just based off of a card that I've pulled, I see why this is gonna kind of be a bit of a doozy. And the reason why I say this is going to be a kind of a doozy is because obviously you're not dealing with somebody on the same intellectual plane as you are on right now. So, how do you communicate with someone who has not gained the intellectual, emotional vocabulary? I don't even know if that makes sense to me. That intellectual, emotional vocabulary that you have gotten, that you have gained. How do you communicate with someone on that level? All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Before we get to reading, can we have some clarifying cards? Let's see. Is this right? Making a mess. Can we see that? Can we see that? Can we see it? Let's bring you all over this way. Make a little bit more space. Right here. That was the first one that came out. All right. Huh. Okay. Quiet times. Just a little time for contemplating. What is all of this for you? Okay. All right. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Five of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the Nine of Swords clarified by Judgment. I'm sorry, not Judgment, Justice. Justice. I'm reading a little ahead. We have Judgment clarified by the Fool. And Seven of Pentacles clarified by Death. And at the bottom, we have Eight of Pentacles. So give me a moment. Let me look this over. Okay, so Queen of Cups sitting at the dock of the bay. Okay, so obviously you still have some sense of nostalgia towards this past situation that you have yet to let go. Now, I feel like the emotional grief of it all is gone because this Five of Pentacles is like my Ghost of Christmas Past card, right? Well, right for me, you don't know. It's like my Ghost of Christmas Past card. And it was an idea, it was expectation of how you felt things would be. Things didn't pan out the way you thought that they would. So it's like going into a situation head first and you're just so ignorance is bliss. You're just so happy. You're just, hey, let's have fun. But through this lesson, something that was very important to you. Maybe I'm feeling like it's a person or a community that once was very important to you, that you would have did anything for. Now all of a sudden you see it completely different. You're not a part of it anymore. You don't live that lifestyle. You don't make those choices. You are more so of a burden to the authority of this person or situation's presence. And though they maybe still want you very faintly, you see no reason at all, due to your betterment, to continue to be there. Now, their reason for you wanting to continue to be there, I don't feel that they put much thought into it. I feel that their reason for them wanting you to stay there is your reason for you needing to get this communication. I was about to say communication, so like crazy. This communication out to them, and so you can let go, like a final goodbye. They're just so used to you being there, you being an asset, you being accessible, you being a presence that makes them feel like they're not in this predicament alone, whether good, bad, raunchy, fun times, whatever. Yes, there were good times. Yes, but the thing about it is that with this King and Queen of Pentacles, crazy counterparts, you've matured beyond the past. You're balanced. Your masculine and your feminine are balanced. And I feel like that this is a wing right here wrapped around the Queen of Cups, trying to pull you back to the past. Your masculine and your feminine are very balanced, and you've learned what you needed to learn from that situation. I know you can't see it, but her mole almost looks like she's crying, looking back at the past, as the past is trying to find its place in the Queen's future. Now, with Justice and this Nine of Swords, that's the part that I'm sure you heard my response when it came out. So it's like, was it Grimm? The movie Grimm, there was this one monster where his mouth or something opened up, and he would like, he was like an octopus, I think, and he took the suctions and he placed his attacked the people by putting his suctions on their brain and to suck all the information out of their head, because he was trying to get some top secret information out of these people's heads. So he was sucking the information out of their head. And this is what at times reminds me of. So the past doesn't understand, nor is it meant for them to understand. And they're coming for you in the dream state, trying to confuse you and trying to get you to understand, and trying to understand what changed about you. Why is it that you no longer feel like that this is for you? I'm really feeling there's a lot of sentimental stuff going on, because the pauses that I'm taking, and usually I'm rapidly talking so fast, but no, take your time with whatever this message is, this memo, not message, this memo. This memo is that you need to get out. And it's not even a feeling of enough is enough. No, it's just que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future is not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Now, I know that I just said it like that, but I was feeling like very slow. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. It's like leaving your childhood home. You know that concern that kids have when their parents tell them it's time to move. I'm trying not to cry. That concern kids have when their parents tell them it's time to move. And some kids, they don't even get that heads up or that coaching conversation of, hey, we're going to move. Why don't you say goodbye to your friends? This is going to be the last time you see your classmates. sometimes, and I was that kid one time, even I guess this what, oh wow, just once, um, where you just hop in a car and you just realize that where you wind up, there's a new home, there's a new room. You didn't get to say goodbye to everything that was so familiar to you before. So this seems like a very sudden ending. Wow. And my heart goes out to your compassion while dealing with this situation. It's like as long as that was there, you never really thought that it would not be there, or even people. Um, or maybe it's a person, you know, strangely. So strange. We have we have to say goodbye to things without even knowing that there's an ending coming. Without even knowing that there is a goodbye coming. And it is difficult for some when they look and realize that that time of departure was had and they didn't get a chance to say goodbye, that it just happened. But then, it's kind of symbolic for others that resonate with it when you look up one day and you realize that the goodbye happened and you didn't even realize that you kept on moving, that it happened. So then we have judgment with the fool. Talk about a leap of faith. Oh my goodness, I want to cry so hard, like one of those heartfelt cries, like you are unburdening yourself with something that you never realized was a burden in the first place. You didn't realize it was stunting your growth, that you were living in a space of trauma, and that this is like a graduation. You've grown so much and didn't even realize that you were putting in that type of work. And even furthermore, Seven of Pentacles speaks of success, hard work, rewards, putting in your time and your effort. Oh my gosh. I don't know where you just made it to, but you get to see yourself anew. You get to see yourself differently. The death with the, I forgot the death was sitting right here. You've gotten to a place that you didn't even know was a requirement for you to meet your goals, for you to meet yourself, for you to be able to be you all this hardship that you just came from. You were so in the eye of the storm, you did not realize how much the storm was defeating you. And somehow, like Dorothy and Toto, you made it back home. It's like the witch. She knew all you had to do was just clink your slippers together to get back home. But they kept you, and so you can meet their fulfillment, so that you can help them fulfill their goals. So you were a big helper. Oh wow, Eight of Pentacles down at the bottom. You were being moved around as if you were somebody else's employee, as if you didn't have things to do, as if you didn't have things to take care of for your own well-being, for your own future, for your own fortune. Like I feel it in my throat, as if you should be mad, but I don't even really think that you know how far into this you actually were. I keep on feeling that you didn't know. You did not know that by you helping others, that you were showing yourself to be unfavorable, that you are showing yourself to be needy, that you are allowing others to use your days, your energy to fulfill them, to accomplish their goals. You have been rewarding others with your presence, even when they have been shitting on your name. And I'm sure there's been so many times that those others, at one point, they did love you. At one point, they did appreciate you and care for you. But when I say care for you, they care for you in the way of where they cared about where you were at. Because if anything, if anything, they wanted you to be with them. You were their genie in a bottle. You know, you gave people so many moments of joy within their crises. You've been a very amazing support system for so many. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so we got mice upside down. And we're gonna keep it that way. You've been such a great support system. Or everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart for them. And at the bottom we have key. Everything's falling apart for them. So if you realize that there are people who are taunting you because of you choosing to leave, the only thing they feel that you've done wrong is left their side, that you won't do their bidding for them anymore. Because now it's time to take care of you. I did say that I was going to read mice. So mice number 23. Bear with me. Oh, wow. Mice. Mice and Mises. No, Mises. All right. Mice. Lost diseases, decay. So loss, diseases, decay, worries. It stands for toxic, stress, nerves, irritating. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay. All right. So we're back to being happy again. That was such a very blissful, rewarding moment of tears, of sharing in your frustration. But the illusion is over. The mice are dead. Just realized we got a freaking cat, Darren. What do cats do? Cats gonna tear it up. Oh wait, we need to go back and because there is something about this energy of this cat that so this just simply represents woman. Okay, this is what the book is saying. The illusion is over. You're not just merely one representation. As I stated before, you brought your balance. You have your balance. You brought your balance forth. And this is what you're going to need through however it is that you are going to get this message across. And as I said before, let your actions match your words. Even if you don't use your words, your actions is enough to speak for it. So for those of us who have anxiety, clay break. Take a moment to create a monster out of your clay to express how you feel. Don't take your frustrations out on them. Realizing how they have treated you now, because it's kind of late for that. Timely manner. It's kind of late for that, because you're everything that you realize that has been done against your name and used of you in abusive ways and manipulative things that's been done to you. It's all owed to them. Like, it's OLD, owed to them. Um, but it's owed to you to be able to reflect upon this and see what was taking place right in front of your face. So let's go over here to the moon. So you coming to them, you talking to them, you going over these things with them about what you're just coming to realize. It's all old news to them. Once again, it's old news to them, even though it's new news to you. Let's wrap this up, because I feel like you deserve a quiet moment to yourself and your higher power. You deserve a quiet moment of reflection. Allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to cry, because you are also good enough. Yeah, Spirit, I know we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. Because your life, though you live so much of it, your life is technically just begun, because now you get to see yourself. And stop it. Star wisdom. Inspiration, creativity. And it reads, look beyond the boundary perspectives of life. The all or nothing mindset. Am I reading this right? Look beyond the boundary, boundary. That's that overmaking. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to see how it is that I want to express this to you all. Okay, so instead of feeling like it has to be all or nothing, right? Instead of feeling like you need to be this way or else I'm leaving. No, revisit your plan for your life and ask yourself, even if I can't have the what is it called? The access to what I once had access to. What are my other options? How is it that I can now proceed forward now that those things or those people are no longer a part of my life? They're part of my memory. I learned things from them. I learned how to survive within that space. That's being in that space humbled my character for as I proceed forward. What is it that you now seek? What is it that you now wish to know, wish to learn? Because the things that you used to do, the routine that you used to have, you have evolved so much that there's infinite possibilities that you didn't. I'm trying not to cry again. There are infinite possibilities that you didn't even know to be aware of. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. It's time to expand your goal. It's time to re-look over your goals. It's time to re-look over your aspirations and adjust them. I am so in bliss. I am so in bliss. All this let's see. I'm like speechless, and I'm pretty sure that's how you will feel entering this part of your life that you've never been before we got to, that you've never been in before, because like you've never been here before. So what can you do? What are the rules? You're learning new rules. You are the fool all over again. True love. True love. The romantic stirring in your heart has propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. All right, then we have charitable work, giving. I'm sorry, my eyes are still like tearing up, trying to slow it down. Giving joyfully to the organizations and people who have spiritually supported and inspired you, and know that give joyfully to the organizations and people who have spiritually inspired you, supported, inspired you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold, in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Like I said, you have been giving, and you didn't even know that those who you were giving to showed themselves incapable to give you that reciprocal energy. You were just being you, loving, caring, giving, concerned, human. So, yes, it's time, if you haven't already. You are approaching that doorway. Will you stay, or will you continue to proceed on living your life? Because though you will be a part of many communities, you will also have to leave behind many communities in order to be able to reach back to help those communities. So I'm going to say, continue to grow, continue to grow, continue to be your amazing self, because you are so amazing. The way the damn tears came out, of honey, I'm not one who likes to publicly cry. I'm not. Oh, it says passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love, life, and career. Put that right over there. One more time. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love, life, and career. I am so proud of you, Rebels. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what else to say other than go Rebels.